Hey, Shalom. First off, I want to start up by saying all praise to Yahweh Bashim Al Shai and Bashim Makar Kadash. That's all praise to the world calls God and Jesus Christ. The true names in the Hebrew is Yahweh for the Heavenly Father, and Yahweh Shai for his beloved Son. To the world, he calls God and Jesus Christ. I also want to say double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and mercy to the hopeful light. Preaching this thing, his word in truth and sincerity. So, Brother Tazabah in the Arizona camp. Lord will with another video to edify. And I wanted to get into this lesson. This is Revelation 19 and 10. And I fell at his feet to worship him. And he said unto me, see thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant, and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahweh Shai. Worship the Most High. For the testimony of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy. And we're in the year of prophecy. We ain't even in a full 7 days within the year of prophecy. And a lot of stuff is going forth already. So, we're commanded to watch for these things. Let me go to that. No, it ain't gonna do it right away. This is Book of Second Ezra, the 15th. Chapter. Second Ezra 15:1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, said Yahweh, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. So this is what we're supposed to be speaking as prophecy, and there's a lot that's going to be happening. The Spirit of the Lord is working. Hey, famine of the words coming. That's going to happen real soon. Great persecution is coming. That's going to happen real soon. You seeing your family members bug out on you. That's going to happen real soon, man. The scriptures talk about all these things, man. We can't even really trust our women in these fucking days, because a lot of things are going to start happening, bro. A lot of things are going to start happening, and praying to the Lord as fervently as you can is the best thing you can do in this time. And for the women out there that believe that they really do believe, you should be praying, humbling down, and fasting, and asking the Lord to give you a spirit to be righteous and faithful in that day, man. There's a lot of stuff popping, but I wanted to get into this stuff regarding this Iranian situation with the U.S. because this is prophecy. This is 100% prophecy. Now, I'm gonna read some articles, get some information out of this, and we'll go to the scriptures. This is the first one I got. It says, no, there's another one. I'll go this. Now, they killed Qasim Soleimani, which was the leader of the PMF, the public militia force, And what they were accredited with, what Soleimani was credited with, is he was a national hero, national over that whole Iranian region. Over that whole Iranian region, which, according to scriptures, those Iranians are the Persians. You know, it wasn't. Let me get this too. It wasn't until I think it was like 35. It wasn't until 1935 Iran government requested those countries which it had diplomatic relations with to call them Persia, to call Persia Iran. You see, so them Iranians, they know they're the Persians, bro. They know who the hell they are according to the scriptures. Now, this is a map of Iran, right? Over this whole region, parts of Iraq. They helped out some of Syria, parts of Afghanistan, a little bit of not really too much of Pakistan because they're a little bit at odds, but they're going to become buddy buddy according to scriptures. The Persian Gulf is the Valley of Hawashaphat. This is where Iran, the land barren and desolate. That's what it is. Those Arabian nations, man. This whole thing, this is where all that conflict is going to cook up, and this is according to prophecy. This is a very, very important place for prophecy. But this man, Qasim Soleimani, he is a regional hero because before him, there was nobody really fighting against ISIS. Those terrorist groups, Bin Laden and all that. When you sit here and you see news clips of people in Iran and all that cheering for the death of Qasim Soleimani, those are the ones that used to support ISIS. They were getting benefits from it. They're getting benefits from the U.S. Those are the ones that were supporters of what is his name? Osama bin Laden. Those were his former supporters. But for a mass majority of them, you'll see a large amount of people mourning the death of this man because he was a national hero, bro. He sat there and he was the driving force and the best combatant there was against these proxy armies that they called ISIS and ISIL, which were really just U.S.-backed terrorist groups. So this is what we're understanding now, and this is why it was such a heavy thing that they sat there and killed and assassinated this man because he was accredited for so much in the region, So Esau thinks he's going to be able to run up in here and start some shit. This is a large land. There's several different places around, the different terrain, mountainous areas, all around this entire place. And there's different groups that will all solidify and get down with the main goal of Tehran, which is their capital, right? So I'm gonna start reading some of these articles. It says, Iran vows retaliation following the death of IRGC Commander Soleimani, senior military officer. It says the U.S. Department of Defense confirmed on Thursday that the Islamic Revolution Guard Corps Commander Major General Qasim Soleimani was killed in an airstrike that hit several targets, including several senior members of Iraq's Shia Popular Mobilization Force. It's the PMF. Now they killed that man that was over the Iraqis too. And that was a big official, bro. He was right there along with Soleimani, working hand in hand, sitting there ridding the entire region of these terrorist groups. Esau was going to paint the narrative that these men were terrorists, but they really weren't. That's why they're so mourned in their nations, man. That's why this strike was so pivotal in this changing politics around the globe right now. It says Moshin Rezai, a senior military officer within the IRGC, said in a statement that Iran would respond to the death of Soleimani Rizai, a former IRGC chief, substantially avowed revenge against the U.S. You see, this is how it's going, man. This is the sentiment. This is a growing sentiment in the world. So I'm gonna drop that. This is another article by Sputnik. It says live updates. MPs, military polices urge to adopt law to expel foreign troops from Iraq after U.S. kills Iranian general. Earlier in the day, Iraq's Shia Popular Military Mobilization Force said that 5 members of the militia, also as well as 2 guests, have been killed by a rocket near the Baghdad International Airport, media reported. Commander of the Quds Forces of Iran Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, Major General Qasem Soleimani, was killed by the rocket fire near Baghdad International Airport. Al Arabiya and Sky News broadcast reported on Friday the United States carried out on Friday strikes on 2 Iranian linked targets in Iraqi capital of Baghdad. The Reuters news agency reported, citing unnamed U.S. officials. Now, they did all this, and they're not even supposed to be in the land. And now they're going to sit here and make legislation on their parts to sit here and make it illegal on their land, claiming them that will sit there and put the precedent that this is a occupation. The nation feels threatened, so then they can solidify the region with ties and unify the entire region. All the little sects, all the little tribes and all that, they'll come together. Now, this is another article by RT. It says, Death to America. Iran lawmakers agree to anger spills over in session after Soleimani killing. Now, this is all going to prophecy, man. This is all going to prophecy. It says, outraged Iranian prime ministers took to the parliament podium to chant "Death to America." The session came amid a period of national mourning over the killing of General Qasem Soleimani by the U.S. Following a speech delivered by Speaker Ali Larijani, the prime minister rose from their seat and gathered in the center of the hall to chant anti-American slogan, which is popular in Iran. Mr. Trump is this is the voice of the Iranian nation, Larijani said. So this is the voice of that whole nation. You know what? I'm gonna get this precept. This is 2nd Ezra 15. I can get this stuff to go fast enough. 2nd Ezra 15, and I'm gonna start at 28. Yeah, 2nd Ezra 15 and 28. It says, Behold, a horrible vision and the appearance thereof from the east, where the nations of the dragons of Arabia, which is talk about those Iranians, all those Ishmaelites, basically. This is where the dragons of Iranians shall come out with many chariots, and the multitude of them shall be carried as the wind upon the earth, that all they which hear them may fear and tremble, because the Iran, they have a huge navy. They have a nice air force. They got hella ground troops scattered throughout their entire region. That's not an easy thing to try to take out Iran. That's why it hasn't been done. It's a large land. They got different tribes everywhere, and they're all armed to the teeth and ready at the call. Now it says, verse 30. Also the Carmanians, which are talking about those Iranians, raging in wrath, shall go forth as the wild boars of the wood. With great power shall they come. And wild boars, man, they attack anything and everything. It says, and join battle with them and waste a portion of the land of the Assyrians. Now, if you go build off that, get some understanding on it. This is it's Isaiah 10 and 5, going into the Syrians. O Assyrian, the rod of my anger, and the staff in their hand is mine indignation. Now the Assyrians, this is spiritual, because that Assyrian title can be applied to Esau because it's the rod of the Lord's anger, right? Now, if you go here, it says Psalms 17 and 13. To get it to pull up, it says, "Arise, O Yahweh, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword." Now, isn't that the same thing? The beating stick of the Lord, the Assyrians, the wicked, which you can read in, I believe that's Malachi 1 and 4. The wicked is talking about Esau, Edom, the border wickedness. Isn't that the same thing? So spiritually, that Assyrian is also talking about Esau, Edom. Now it says to waste a portion of the land of the Assyrians. So these Iranians are gonna sit here and figure out a way to start fucking up Esau over here in America and those troops over there in their land as well. It says, and then shall the dragons have the upper hand, remembering their nature. Now, what is the nature of those Iranians, those Persians? Because they go back to Ishmael, right? This is Genesis 16 and 12. And says, I'll start up a little bit. I'll start 11. And the angel of Yahweh said unto her, behold, thou art with child, and shall bear a son, and shall call his name Ishmael, because Yahweh had heard thy affliction, and he will be a wild man. Now, I'm going to go get the blue letter on that. Genesis 16 and 12. I want to get that word for wild man. Para. That word for wild is para. And it means wild ass. Secondary sense, running wild. Onager, wild ass. As a very swift animal. Man, I know there's more on this. Maybe it's the root words. Nah, man. I want to get that in the etymology. Gotta get this, bro. to run wild, refuse to be tamed. So that's what it means. It says uncultivated or desolate region. It says in natural in the natural state, uncultivated, untamed, undomesticated, uncontrolled. So that's what I'm talking about, man. Wild men, man lacking in self-restraint. Ooh. And that's how they look, as primitive savage. You see? And that's how these Iranians are gonna get down. They're gonna remember their nature. You saw that they all those ones that were supposed to be the refined men of their nation were in their parliament, came down all together and said, this is how Iran feels about you. And they started chanting death to America. I'm gonna read this back in Second Ezra's or not Second Ezra, Genesis 16 and 12. It says, and he will be a wild man, an unrestrained, undomesticated, uh, uh, savage man. That's what it's saying. His hand will be against every man, and every man's hand against him, and he shall dwell in the presence of all his brethren. Now that, and he shall dwell in the presence of all his brethren, there's hella tribes out there in Iran, man, that have military bases all through their lands. They're scattered. It's not easy to take over Iran. That's why it hasn't happened. Too much different terrain, too many different places. And that's why the Lord packed that as his battleground, man. Now I'm gonna go back to Second Ezra's 15 and 31. It says, and then shall the dragons then shall the dragons have the upper hand, remembering their nature. That wild man is coming back. That savageness that they had is the Persians. It says, and if they shall turn themselves, conspiring together, because they're going to unify that entire country, man. They're gonna unify them, bro. And that's that conspiring together in great power to persecute them. Let me get the rest of this. You can't play Iran, bro. There's some bad men, bro. It says, conspiring together in great power to persecute them. Then these shall be troubled and keep silence through their power and shall flee. It says, and from the land of the Assyrians shall the enemy besiege them and consume some of them, and their host shall be fear and dread and strife among their kings. And that's what's about to happen, bro. These Ishmaelites, man, they ain't no joke, bro. They ain't no joke. Now, this is Joel 3 and 9. It says, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty man, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. And this is what we're seeing, man. They're preparing this, man. You think they're gonna take getting the shit in the stick like this on the chin? You know, they're not gonna do that, bro. These Iranians, man, they're about their business. They are about their business, bro. So I'm gonna read a little more on the next article because this is having a ripple effect. And I said this to the brothers at camp. I was like, this is putting together an entire different sentiment that hasn't been in the world for a long time, where everybody's going to start looking at Esau as a goddamn threat. Now this is Islamist group Al-Shabaab attacks military bases in Kenya that house U.S. and local troops. You see, it's starting to grow. It's starting to grow. Repeat this. It says Al-Shabaab jihadists have attacked a military base in Kenya, which houses U.S. soldiers along with local troops. The army said they managed to repulse the assault, killing 4 militants. The attack was on a camp was on Camp Simba Naval Base in Manda Bay, in Lamu Country, in Lamu County of Kenya's coast, bordering Somalia. Lamu County Commissioner Irangu Macharia told the Daily Nation local news that heavily armed militants stormed the compound at 4 a.m. local time. Witnesses heard gunfire coming from the base. Photos and videos circulating on social media alleged show smoke billowing out from the site. And that's all I'm getting on that. But I might read a little more. It says the spokesperson for the defense ministry, Colonel Paul Nujanga, later said the attackers tried to seize the Manda airstrip near the base, but were repulsed. 4 militants were killed. He stated, as quoted by the Standard, there were no immediate reports of casualties among the personnel at the base or civilians. So peep that, you see? And now it's rippling. Now this is rippling of cement. Now this is a rippling sentiment that everybody's going to sit here and start coming against Esau. Now this is Joel 3 and 10. It says, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I'm strong. Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Yahweh. Let the heathen be weakened and come up to the valley of Yahweh Shaphat, that valley of judgment. The Persian Gulf, right? And it says, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. And that's what's happening, man. These heathen are coming against Esau. It says, this is Job 18 and 18. It says, he shall be driven from light into darkness and chased out of the world. Didn't they say they wanted to get legislation to sit here and adopt a law to expel foreign troops from their land? The only foreign troops that's in their land are them Edomites, bro. This is Job 30 and 5. It says, they were driven forth from among men. They cried after them as after a thief. And this is a growing sentiment. The Esau's going to be driven out of the goddamn world, man. This is Job 18 and 11. It says, terror shall make him afraid on every side and shall drive him to his feet. And that's what we're seeing over there. Islamist groups and Kenya are sitting there coming against Esau, bro. You don't think that's going to go? Why do you think the military troops over there in Iran or going to Iran, right, going to be high alert all day long? Because these Iranians, man, there ain't nothing to fuck with, bro. So Lord willing, this was edifying. There's a lot of information, but I want to say Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahweh Shai, Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahweh Shai, Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahweh Shai. Double honors to elders and apostles, great millstone, peace and mercy, the hope elect. Shalom.